tropical storms and living on an island. Let's talk about it. I just talked to my son for the 4th time today about not making water messes because, well, I've been cleaning it up non-stop for the past 4 days. And I'd also like to preface this area where I'm living and a lot of my clients that are looking at moving to an island, looking to move to Roatan, Honduras, we are coming from a place of privilege, so our issues are much, much different than what we hear about on the news, and I cannot preface that enough, and I don't want to diminish it at all. However, it is something to consider, and this is not specific to Roatan. That's just living on an island where it's kind of sunny. We're kind of having a little bit of a reprieve right now, so I'm just going through my yard, lost some trees, nothing major, just I'd say very typical of a storm. And nothing, I don't know, really nothing that dramatic, but I will also say I chose to live in a place where you can see the paved road right here. Another couple important features is we have drainage. I put drainage around my house. I put fringe drainage around the entirety of my house that does drain downhill. I'm also high up. I'm not right next to the ocean, and I live in an area that has proper drainage. So, but I have the privilege to be able to choose to live in a place like that. But I will also say it comes at a price. It is more expensive to live where I'm living versus other places. And then something else to think about, which is not Roatan specific. It's any area that gets flooding. I mean, we look pretty darn good compared to Florida. I've gotten lots of calls about, oh my gosh, are you guys okay? Which is wonderful. But our lives didn't really change. I mean, I have showered. It doesn't look like I've showered. I'm in my cleanup clothes because I'm currently, well, you can see I'm outside. I have lost some trees. I've got a lot of branches down, but nothing too bad. A lot of my birds of paradise trees or my plantings have not survived too well. A lot of limbs have fallen down, but that's another thing that we can talk about being proactive on an island. So maybe we'll segue to a different video about living on an island. But with storms, when you know that they're coming, we be proactive. What I did is I made sure my limbs were trimmed. So when I did lose some trees, you can kind of see them behind me, nothing that was going to fall could fall on my house. And that's a lot of, I don't know, it's worth the $200 to pay the wood trimmer guy to get up on the house. So I knew with the winds, how they were coming, I made sure any like heavy limbs, they weren't near my house. I also prepped for extra water. My house, we have well water access that is a gravity fed water. So the pump I use to collect my cistern is on a pump. I've chosen to not have a generator because, I don't know, I just choose to not. Most of my neighbors do, but then again, I buy expensive shoes that I never wear that are in my closet because I live on an island. So, you know, it's to each their own. You can hear it right now, and I might have to switch this video to, I'm gonna switch it over to a voiceover now. All right, it got super windy as we were in the eye of the calm before the storm for Tropical Storm Sarah. You can tell that that's, I did lose some trees, but I am proactive before rainy season or before I know we're getting a big storm, is to just take stuff out of the yard. I wouldn't say this is specific to Roatan. This is just, I don't want to replace my roof that I put in a aluminum roof on, spent a lot of money. Also, another repercussion of living in Roatan, Honduras, this beautiful little cat, sweet cat, found her way stuck into my yard on death's door, and now she's looking a lot better and is probably going to stay because I fed her, vetted her, and well, she gets along with my animals. You can kind of see there's a lot of limb damage. Power did go out a bit. But a lot of it is about choices and just making informed choices, and what the point of a lot of these videos are. It's just to make sure that you make informed choices, because to buy and sell real estate costs around 20% of your equity. So you want to make sure you make the right choice at the right time. Is a neighborhood like I live the right choice for you? I don't know. Some people like HOAs, some don't. Some like drainage, some don't. So at the end of the day, it's just good to make those informed decisions, especially when we do get a storm once or twice twice a year. We don't get, it's not like Florida, ladies and gentlemen, where it's just, whoo, man, I don't know what's going on over there. And quite honestly, I have less issues in Roatan than I do in Colorado. So just, you know, things to think about. This was a tree. Well, those are birds of paradise. Mine just did not do quite well. This was a tree that fell on an empty lot, dealing with some erosion. It is a lot. I would love to buy it, but it's not for sale. But say things like retaining walls, this would not have fallen over. This is on the beach side. You can't see it. But those little green things, those are now in my yard, which is wonderful. So it's little things like that. But this collapsed because of erosion and a little bit of the storm surge, not from the ocean, but just the rainfall and erosion. So little things can go a long way, and it's the same for anywhere in the world. It's just making smart, informed decisions. So thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to peace out, and let me be your first call when buying or selling real estate in Roatan.